Hi there, Nicola Grace, the Mission Mentor here, and I'm joined with my colleague here, Leisha Jarrett, who's over in Thailand. Hi, Leisha.
Hi, Nicola. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
We're going to be talking about what this series of 3 calls is all about, these sessions that we've put together on transforming your money paradigm and coming into manifesting, creating money, abundance, prosperity in the new paradigm as we're shifting out of an old model into a new model, a new way of being in the golden age, as some people say. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about who we are and why we're doing this call. Firstly, I'll hand it over to you, Leash.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Nicola. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic life coach. I'm an interdimensional visionary, if you like. I work in the multidimensional space with people individually, in groups and organizations. I've had a natural psychic gift since childhood that developed and expanded significantly in my 20s and into my 30s, which allowed me to start seeing what I call matrix fields around people, which gave me the information that allowed me to understand what was occurring in their reality in different paradigms of their life. So that was all the limitations, all the beliefs, all the emotional data, anything on any timeline, anything at all that was held and contributing to a reality for that individual. So Nicola and I recently started talking about what we've been seeing in our individual practice, in the world and around us. And whenever we come together to do this work, it's always in response to a need that we feel or that's been communicated to us by our community. And this was a particular need that's come up very strongly in the last few months. So money and prosperity is always a really key area. It's always a key theme that people do want to work on because it's such an attractive field. It's such a powerful paradigm where many people have limitations arising. So we wanted to come together and talk about that, why that is, respond to the need that was being communicated to us. And a very key point here is to do it in the new paradigm way. And we'll talk a lot more about that, but there is a clear distinction that we want to work through and share with all of you about how we used to work with that paradigm and those limitations in that area, money and prosperity, and how we're doing it and how Nicola and I have learned to do it now that is not only more effective, but is easier.
And I'm a mentor and a public speaker and a trainer for social entrepreneurs. I've been an entrepreneur myself for 3 decades. And now I help people clarify and monetize their missions for world change. And one of the things that I found with working with clients, change makers particularly, and entrepreneurs, is this thing called money seems to have so many facets to it, so many dimensions and so many levels to clearing. At first, we're looking at clearing beliefs because we're all told that we have to clear these beliefs if we want to have a different experience. But I started finding that, there's a rabbit warren down the end of the rabbit hole and all of these other areas that need to be cleared as well. I've had to do it for myself to reach the level of success that I've reached. And now I'm helping my clients do that. And Leisha works in this space as well. We often talk about these really strange things that are happening because there'll be patterns. She'll have clients that go through this spate of things. I'll have clients that go through it. So we started to discover that there are these patterns and matrices and implants and projections and all sorts of things in the space that's preventing people from really clarifying what it is they want, why they're here, and how to get there. Specifically, how to build that life, on purpose and making money. And so in my personal life, I've found that I just have to clear constantly. And I'm looking at this with my clients and with Leisha's clients as well. It's the consistency that seems to be bringing us into a higher awareness of who we are. It's part of an awakening to what's going on, the game that's going on in the planet, as well as, breaking free, needing to break free. So when Leisha and I work together, both of us are a powerhouse in our own right, but we come together with a tremendous amount of light. And when you bring your light to the situation, when other people in the group, working with the group collectively, bring their light, it lights up really rapidly all the naughty stuff that's in the space that needs to get clear, and then we just wipe it free. So in the first transformation call, we're going to be looking at connecting you out of the dark field of money and into the light field of money, or this new prosperity consciousness that we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really key part that we're going to start with, because we found that a lot of what you're all experiencing actually isn't yours. And we go into that in a lot of detail, that there is so much collective influence at the moment and projected energies that people are very confused about. Is this my wound? Is this my limitation? Or where's it come from? And people are getting stuck down that kind of healing cycle. So that's the first thing we're going to look at. We do some teaching in Call 1 to debunk some things like the law of attraction and some things that people are really hooked on that aren't serving anymore. And then we go through a powerful process, Nicola and I leading together, to bring you, to unlock you from the points of attachment that aren't working for you anymore. In Call 2, we go a little bit deeper into some more debunking. We're going to be doing a bit of teaching in each call, but the second call is also primarily about working in your light body, in your chakra system, in what is coming up, what you're holding on to personally, very personally, and also projected, that's embedded in those parts of the light body. So the experience will be deep, and we'll be going through a 7-layer system to help you personally identify what are the limitations that you've got, where are they showing up in your life, how are they limiting you. So that's really valuable information and experience.
Yes, and then in Call 3, we take it to another level of depth with you personally, but then as a collective. Because as you know, whenever we go into financial crisis, global financial crisis and what have you, it has a domino effect, and it can really affect large numbers of people on the planet as everybody contracts in their spending and banks contract in their lending. So we are very much affected by our environment. We want to get to the point where you aren't affected by the environment and you come into personal sovereignty around money, your money experience and your abundance. So in order to do that, we're going to need to debunk some more myths, particularly the one around you creating your own reality. We hear it a lot. You create your own reality. And that's kind of a really small smidgen of it, because one, it depends on the you that you're talking about, and two, there's a little bit more to it, as you'll find out in Call 1, 2 and 3, that we're porous, and there's a lot of things that are connecting you to what it is that you're experiencing and creating your reality. So we really full-blown come on into that sovereignty of the co-collective space and the connected space, moving you more powerfully out of limitation, where you feel very powerfully in your creator being and your ability to manifest, and also just clearing final implants, anything that's hooked into you, that's siphoning off your manifestation energy. So I don't know if you've had this experience, I've had this a lot, where you don't recognize your results and you go, hang on a second, my inner world isn't reflective of my outer world, something's disjunctive there. So we're going to bring that into greater connectivity and clarity and shift out whatever's in the space that's funky and that shouldn't be there, that's affecting your results. And finally coming into that full-blown realization of your pathway forward for money and prosperity, so you feel really clear about, you know, what you've been through and how you're going to move forward in the future.
Absolutely. I just wanted to add to that, Nicola, too, that Call 3, we're also going to be leading you through a kind of upgraded manifestation process, if you like. Manifestation is kind of a tricky word even these days, but basically it's to differentiate between ego-based or mind-based creations that can lead you astray and deplete you, and teach you how to connect to your soul truth and what is really true for you, where you really want to be putting your creative energy, and how you can support your creative energy to manifest and to actualize in your life. And we're going to end with that really deep understanding of how that works and what the soul connection really is in terms of co-creating on the planet right now.
And removing contracts, vows, promises and spells that are in the way, creating some kind of limitation, looking at how you want your money game to be going forward. This is a very powerful series of 3. We have people already going through the process, getting back to us saying they're having phenomenal shifts and really amazing things are beginning to happen. Things are coming into the space. Others take a little bit longer to see the results, or they're, you know, going deep into transformation. And everybody is having some kind of result early out after the first call. And each call is designed to just take you deeper and then come out into greater manifestation power. So we hope you decide to join our community and go through this series of transformation, because I believe that we need to be the ones that have the money in our hands, because we're the ones with the heart, we're the ones that make a difference with money, and we're the ones that will do good in the world if we have money and we're not just struggling to get ahead, or we're not struggling to reach that next level of glass ceiling or financial glass ceiling that you might be bucking up against and not able to get through.
So thank you everyone for watching all the way to the end. We welcome you into the space. We'd love to have you and look forward to connecting with you.
Thanks for listening all the way to the end again. Bye for now.